a video that's like none that we have ever done before. You guys are going to love this one. But very few national or SEC media were willing to pick UF in this. Despite the Volunteers not having won in the Swamp in 20 years, and despite Tennessee struggling with Austin Peay, and despite Florida having the better quarterback through the first 2 games of the season. So today, we are going to have a little fun. We're going to play some clips and share some receipts. Now, listen, this is all meant in good fun. I have nothing against any of these folks, but I'm going to let you guys decide their fate. First up, noted Georgia Bulldog Uncle Lou. He was particularly high on Tennessee, and you guys are going to laugh while watching this one.
How do I really think this game is going to go? Trash talking aside from the offseason with the whole Tennessee's winning this thing by 30. Tennessee's a 6.5-point favorite. I absolutely love that number, just under a touchdown. For betting purposes, I would bet Tennessee minus the 6.5. I'm not telling you how to bet. This isn't gambling advice. This is just my own thoughts on the game. I would 100% bet Tennessee minus 6.5. Do I really think Tennessee's going to go down there and beat Florida by 30 points, like I said, all offseason, just kind of with the trash talk stuff? Come on. Of course I do. Tennessee's going to go down there and absolute humiliate this dumpster fire of a program that is Florida.
Next up, a really popular YouTube show, the Southeastern 14. Both the guys took the Vols, but one was way worse than the other.
All right, as we make our predictions, I'm going to go back and just kind of keep the same storyline I've had all off season. I thought Tennessee would win this game decisively coming into the season. I know Tennessee didn't look like gangbusters last week. I'm going to stick to that. I just don't think that when you get in a game like this where explosive plays are what you're going to need to win, I trust Tennessee far more than I do Florida to generate those. I think the Vols win in the Swamp, and I think they probably win by double digits, Blaine.
So what I'm going to say is I think that it will be a closer game. Like I said, I think that Florida will find ways to extend drives and keep the ball out of Tennessee's hands as much as possible. Kind of use the same blueprint Austin Peay did. Now they're going to need Tennessee to drop some balls and things like they did against Austin Peay. But I'm picking Tennessee to win the game. But I do think being down at the Swamp, it's going to be a little bit closer and win this one. But I think it's probably a touchdown game, much like it was last year, even with a very, very good Tennessee team last year at home. I think it'll be similar type of game.
I hated to do this one because I really like him, but JD Pickell, former guest on this show, really let me down with this one.
I like Tennessee to win this game in the Swamp for the first time in 20 years, set the course for the rest of the season for the Vols. I think Tennessee wins this game. Final score in the Swamp, 34-20. And Joe Milton and Josh Heupel, this entire Tennessee operation, sort of dust off the shoulders, all that 20-year stuff about not winning the Swamp. They kind of put that in the rearview mirror. They charge forward the rest of the way, and we see them start to kind of get their sea legs and make some noise in the SEC.
This next one hurts the worst. But before I get to it, do me a favor. If you enjoy my content at all, hit that subscribe button. Not selling you anything in this video, not asking for your money. Just show some support by clicking that button. All right. This one is rough, but Tim Tebow picked the Vols before the game, and I was heartbroken over it. Tim, come on, man, have some faith. I don't think he's going to do that too many more times this year for what it's worth. All right, here are a couple of familiar ones. You've probably already seen them, but we had Sports Talk Jay on and John Reed on this week to talk about the Volunteers from the opponent's perspective. I think Jay was more measured and John a little more cocky. But by the end of the day, both of them were 0-2. So take a look. Give me your final score prediction.
I'm going to go, man, I was at a 7-point difference. I'm probably down to 3 or 4 points now after what I saw against Austin Peay. I'm going to go 27-24 or 31-28, something like that. And I think we'll squeak it out, but I would not be shocked if we lost that ball game after what I saw against Austin Peay. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Bruce Feldman say 31-20. Tennessee. That feels about where I was at. So I think Tennessee is going to get right to 30 points. And I would be surprised if Florida scored more than 24. So 31-24, 31-20 is kind of what I'm expecting.
Couple of shout outs. Chris Doring took the Gators 27-24. He texted me before the kickoff, so big shout out there. Josh Pate also picked UF. But I want to share one other prediction. And I don't mean to take such a big victory lap. Yes, I do. But yesterday was my birthday, and we beat the Volunteers this week when nobody thought we could. So let's swing it back to the Thursday night prediction show. Honestly, the last thing that I am looking for is Florida's ability to bounce back. They are going to get hit in the mouth the second the whistle blows. They are going to have to find a way to take those punches to keep on rolling. Tennessee is going to score points. How does Florida respond? What is the sideline like? What is the energy? What is the juice? Are they Austin Armstrong? Are they all channeling that hype? Are they listening to Brandon Spikes? Do they have that chip on the shoulder? Are they able to punch Tennessee back after they get hit in the mouth? And if they can, Florida can win this game. This is a winnable ball game for the Gators if they do most things correctly. They've got to minimize mistakes. They've got to control the things that they can control. And they've got to go out there and make some plays. Y'all, I think that Florida beats Tennessee 24-21. I think the defense does their job. I think the offense does just enough, scores just enough points, is able to put this one away. And I think we get our first turnover of the season. Saturday night was a ton of fun. We had a blast in the swamp and really sort of announced that, Saturday night was a ton of fun. We had a blast in the swamp and really sort of announced that when we play our game, we can be really, really hard to beat. There is a long way to go, and they need to bring that energy on the road as well as at home, which is obviously tough to do. But Gator fans, you should have a completely different outlook on this season than you did just a week or two ago. We've tried to preach patience and belief in Billy Napier. I got to experience some of what Napier was preaching up close and personal this weekend and last. For more on what I've been seeing down on the sidelines, click right here.